Bad Link! Bad Link! Stop smashing pots in people's shops, Link! Bad Link!
Horology, derived from the Greek root for hour, originating in the early 19th century, referring or pertaining to the science of measuring time, or the art of crafting timepieces.
Yeah. This guy sounded like he was really annoyed that he had to read that. Like, he wasn't actually someone working on the game. He was like the brother of the guy working on the game. It was like, and his brother came, well, will you please read this for my game? And he just took it, Horology. No. Why are you making me do this? I'm a dick. That's how I should just start every fucking Let's Play, just viciously insulting whatever's going on. Doesn't matter what game I'm playing, just insult the fuck out of it. Camera settings, slow okay. Motion blur, no. No, we do not want the motion blur! Keep that the fuck off. Alright, this is the Horologist. Horologist, because I could have sworn Horologist was a different word. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking I'm herpetologist. The study of herpes.
Asher.
Yes?
Say something.
Well, you got a sexy voice.
Who are you? It's me.
It's weird.
Want to give me a name there?
I can't remember.
Why do people say that? Whenever someone
Asher,
calls for you and they
I
say,
need you to be calm.
who are you? It's me. Well,
Focus on
if
what the
it's
world
me
is
was
trying to
enough, I would have already got it from your voice. Alright, what do you want? Ugh. I think I'm in a cave or something. No, I'm in a... What? Fart! So don't look at the... David, the Bing Bong is bad! It's the evil Bing Bong! The Bing Bong of Doom! Let's just, let's scoot around the Bing Bonger. Can I look at the back of the Bing... Can't look at the back of the Bing Bong, too! You not look at the Bing Bong! Is the Bing Bong gonna follow me like Slender Bong? Oh, and I just realized I have been recording at 720. I had done that for a while because I could get smaller file sizes, smaller videos, because I will only have an hour to use the computers at the library to upload. But now that I got a library card, I can get 3 hours. So I have enough time to get 720 videos, 1080 videos up. So that's good. Play. Hey, I recognize that font. That's that October Crow thing font. Because that's the font I always used to use on my outros in my old videos.
I miss the days when writers gave hard messages. What? And when they delivered it in the most direct format and let the reader decide for themselves what they ought to do about it. That's my voice. People don't like to know they're wrong. I'm afraid we've stopped buying books that prove it.
Well, I miss the days when writers didn't give messages at all. The days when a book was just a fucking book. You could just enjoy the goddamn story without going on and on and on about what it represents about transcontinentalization and shit. I don't even know if that's a word, but... I have a sort of intense hatred for people that focus more on what a book is saying than the actual story, the enjoyability of it. Let's get the key. Let's type up a story. I'm gonna write a story. Why do you got a golden butt plug on your desk? That must be what they give away at like the porno awards, the golden butt plug. Oh. Bad Link! Bad Link. Stop smashing pots in people's shops, Link. Bad Link. Oh, fuck. Alright. Bad the Link. Link the bad. I'm worried there's going to be an area where there's like a skinny... I saw something on the floor. There's like a skinny corridor. Okay, see, this is what I was actually talking about. Remember back when I played Contempt? Or Contempt? I'm still not sure why that doesn't have a T at the end of it, but... and I was talking about how their flashlight was coming from too low down and it caused it to have problems when you try to look. This game does it right. This game does the flashlight right. You want it to be from higher up so when you look down and stuff, you can actually see what the fuck you're looking at. Alright. I'm worried there's going to be a sequence where there's like a bing bonger like at the end of a hallway. And so you have to kind of like sidewalk down the hallway. And then like just at the last second you look and the bing bonger's been replaced by something coming to get you. Because that'd be like the perfect kind of scare to do because, you know, you can't look at the bing bonger. Or the bing bonger get you. That's basic. Manic. So let's go upstairs. I like that the slow method of walking up the steps is very Resident Evil. Okay. I've always loved that in the old Resident Evil games when like you'd be like running from a zombie, like running from fucking Nemesis, but then when you get to the door it's still it's like fuck that. Alright. Oh, more Bad Link. Let's hear what the phonograph has to say.
Isaac's terminal runs an operating system no one's ever seen. I've been told you're the only one who might be able to make any sense of all his research.
Alright. Well, I don't really want to make sense of his research. I want to just leave. Door's locked. Door's locked. Door's locked. Well, where am I going to go from here? There's nothing left. I can't think of any rooms that I didn't, you know. I don't see anything that I could have picked up. Front door wouldn't open. Did I try that door before? I can't remember. Hello, Bing Bonger. How you doing, good sir? Let me just take that. Thanks very much. Bad Link. Stop it. How come Link and Zelda ain't never fucked? I don't see how that's possible. Like in every single fucking iteration. I know it's their kid games or for, you want to avoid stuff, but you could put some fucking implications in there. 'Cause I'm sorry, if I'm the hero of time and I'm like fucking fighting Ganondorf and shit, I am getting me some Zelda ass. I think the closest the games ever came to implying that there was anything between them was in Skyward Sword. There's definitely kind of a romance there. But I would kind of like for there to be one where, like, it's just straight up implicit. Yeah, and one, like I said, you gotta avoid doing certain things when you're making a children's game. You gotta get that sweet E for everyone. But, like, you could always just, have them be married or something. I think it'd be kind of cool to maybe play because every Zelda game so far has taken place, like, when Link is kind of young. Obviously you got, ones like, Ocarina of Time where it's young Link and old Link, but even old Link is still young Link. I don't think there's ever been a Link that could be considered anything above, like, 25. And I think it'd be kind of interesting to kind of, like, they definitely branched out and tried something new with Breath of the Wild. I'd like to see them kind of do like kind of an older Link, a more experienced Link that you know, like a Link that's already, because like most Link, I'm trying to think here. You know, Skyward Sword, it was inexperienced. Ocarina of Time, he was inexperienced, and Majora's Mask is supposed to be kind of a sequel to Ocarina, I think. I'm not an expert on all that timeline shit, so he's probably more experienced there. But the original didn't really have much of a story. Link to the Past, he was inexperienced. So, like, in all the Zelda games, he's always been, like, an inexperienced adventurer going on his adventure for the first time. I would love to play as a Link that's already been on his adventure, who's already fought, and, like, maybe, like, he brought peace to the kingdom, and then you could have, like, he married Zelda, and, you know, they started ruling Hyrule together, and then, like, a new evil arises, and I honestly think that, I know that, like, anytime anyone suggests that, and it's not just with Zelda, it's any game in existence, fanboys are so freaking annoying about this shit. Anytime someone considers the idea of maybe taking a game in a different direction, they get all pissy about it. I know people got pissy when they found out that Breath of the Wild was going to be open world, and just, you know, they might fail. Yeah, they might fail. It might suck, but I think taking games in new directions and trying new things, I think the fear comes from is the worry that if they take it in this direction and it becomes successful, that'll be all they ever do. And I can definitely understand that fear because, you know, I remember when, Symphony of the Night came out, people were kind of upset because it wasn't linear anymore, and it wasn't a focus on your skill, because you could just go level up and shit. And people were upset about that. And then, of course, with a few minor exceptions, that's all they ever made after that was games like that. So I can understand being upset if they take something in one direction and then it's like, well, that's all they're going to do now. But I think that a Zelda game that, you know, and when I say mature, I want you to understand, I don't mean dark, gritty realism. I don't want the fucking Last of Us Hyrule edition. I just mean, like, just a little bit more maturity in the storyline. I think that could be kind of interesting. You know, have a Link that has already done his adventure, and he's not this doe-eyed, hopeful person anymore. He's got his battle scars and everything. I think that would be really a cool thing to try. That's just my opinion. Alright, let's, what, I got a key. What does it go to? Let's try the doors upstairs. Sorry for the 10-minute Zelda rant. I mean, if you're going to watch this channel, you need to know that me standing around just yapping about whatever crosses my stupid mind, that's just par for the course with this channel. You need to just accept that. Alright. We'll go to one of these doors here. Yes, it does. You're creepy. Phonograph.
This piece of junk is one of my earliest creations.
What piece of junk?
I made it when I was 6.
Are you talking about dude over there?
Every aesthetic note I make of it brings me a joy that existed in me before language. If there's anything in my life that I want to be entangled with, it's this.
Okay. This game does seem to have just a hint of that air of trying to sound deeper than it is that you see in a lot of indie horror games, which is fine. It's not going full Dear Esther and just having fucking pontificating nonstop for the entire fucking game, talking about fucking kidney stones and shit for no goddamn reason. But press F
If
to
you're
play.
receiving this message, it means I have left you to fend for yourself. I have left you a place far beyond what you will ever understand if you keep fighting like this. I do not understand what technology is.
Fighting?
You've left understanding
Technology's
so far in the
that.
dust behind you that if you use the acquired weapons in the way in which you have presented me, you will no doubt cause a nuclear fallout that will put an end to organic matter itself. If you value anything living, you have to do everything you can to put a stop to this insurmountable threat of the supermassive suicide attempt. I'm off to pursue a safer universe, and no one and nothing will ever catch me. If you do not know who this is addressed to, you better run as far away from this house, this country, this entire world as you can. You definitely can't stay here. They'll be here before you know it, and you'll never see the light of day again if they don't think to realize what they have to take responsibility for. And I doubt they're in any mood for that. So you better turn around and go for the front door. Go!
Okay. I'm going. Door is locked. Key in the basement. Okay, I'm going. Bad link. I see it. Gimme. Get out of there. I'm going. I am totes going. Well, that was interesting. I'll get the negative out of the way first. When it comes to my commentary, like my final thoughts on games, you can always tell what I really think about the game by what I get out of the way first. What I get out of the way first is not what I think of the game. So if I say, okay, I'll say this positive first, then I didn't really like it. But if I say, I'm going to go ahead and get the negatives out of the way, then I did like it. The gameplay was pretty basic. It was literally just go into this room, get key. Go into this room, get key. Go into this room, listen to phonograph, get key. But beyond that, the atmosphere was really good. And, I feel that the bad link thing wasn't used to its fullest potential. Maybe you should really, if you watch this video, really consider doing what I suggested. Have a hallway, with one of the bing bongers at the end of it. Like, have like a bing bonger at the end of the hallway, and then like a door next to it. So you can't really look at that door because the bing bonger's right there and you don't want to look at it. So you're kind of sidewalking. But then once you get up to it, you see the door's not there anymore. And then when you turn, there's something else where the bing bonger was. I think that's a cool way. Because if you want to make it so that you can't look at the clocks, use that to your advantage. All that ended up being was just, I just had to not look at them. Woohoo. But anyway, I don't know if maybe you plan on having some enemies that are clocks, like that little fucker from Beauty and the Beast or something. But I liked especially that ending was actually kind of cool, where like the text was kind of flickering and I had to figure out where to go. I kind of liked that. I would kind of like if the whole game was like that, where there was words appearing and like the game kind of talked to you that way, and maybe you could like kind of discern the story that way. But I liked it. I thought this was a pretty damn good game. So that'll do it. Thank y'all for watching.